so we're back, still part of the same hardcore run, and need to switch this back on. It's going okay so far. I mean, we have lost some systems, but nothing critical. Let's see how much extra power we need. I don't want to waste this CO2. I just want to let the systems catch up, so I'm going to take this battery out for a second. Or I don't want to waste the battery in the system. That's the thing. This should catch up fairly quickly because the pod's atmospheric temperature is still high. I assume that helps. I don't know. I don't really need to be running this right now because these systems are more important. This battery's done. We'll put this one back in. Let's, okay, we need to wait for that to sort itself out. How are we doing on everything else? All looks good. Breathability is good. Pressure is fine. I can turn this back on. I think the generator has caught up now. Yeah, so I think for the first recorded hardcore run, this is going okay. Can't wait for the update to drop on this game to see what they're adding. I know there's going to be a mode where you can actually survive, which I'm sure is going to be interesting, but I know that people will continue playing this mode as well, because it's always interesting just to see how long you can keep going. Do you have a spare pump? Is anything else broken? Everything seems to be fine, mostly. How's the system doing? Got the battery issue. We'll swap that out when we need to. If I have empty batteries now, I actually want to, because I'm never going to charge these, I just want to get them out of the way. Okay, this is a full battery that was lying on the bed. Stuff can move around, and then I think I might have messed up the system a bit when I opened up the airlock, because that would have sucked all of this towards the airlock. I'm surprised how long it's taking for the next event to come. I mean, hardcore runs are usually incredibly intense, and it has been at some points in this one, but it's not too bad. Although I should be careful about saying that. That could be a nice segue into the next event that potentially kills me. What's wrong with this system? Empty bottle. Oh shit, okay. Take care of this. Low pump. So it was mostly just the bottle, which means this is almost empty as well. Oh crap. Is this the full bottle? No, that's the empty one. That's right, okay. Get this back in. No pump. Is that just because I took out the bottle? I hope so. Or did the pump actually get damaged? If it did, it's not the end of the world. I can just replace it. That one. Okay. Bad fuse. Should have a good one lying around somewhere. I don't think this is it. That looks broken to me. I thought I had more fuses. Can I take this one? But guess what? We're not going to have the repair station anymore. Because we're borrowing a fuse. Low pump, low oxygen production. Okay, well, let's first fix the fuse and then we'll worry about the rest. I don't think this fuse is completely busted. It's just not in great condition. It's always an issue to get to this pump. It's in a weird location. You almost have to take out the screen or just be on the exact right spot. It's still saying bad fuse. How's that even possible? What are we doing on oxygen? Still have plenty. Any other pumps that we can borrow? No. We may need to fix... Let's see if we can fix this pump. Now I realize I just took the fuse out, so we'll use this one. I think it can work without a fuse, it can just become an issue. Try to repair this. Yeah, it's working. Great. So... I guess this fuse was already damaged when I took it out of that system. If the oxygen's a problem, let's just vent some of it. That should do it. Get this out. Put the slightly empty bottle in. Get that back in there. This out, switch off this system. Get into that exact spot and switch this out. Now it's only a bad fuse. Okay, I think it can stop complaining now. Yeah, so that's fine. Need to switch this out. This has also got a bad fuse. Have I blown all of the fuses? That seems to be okay. I don't know if that was just an error. Okay, almost getting on to 30 minutes here. How's this doing? This from this system as well. The buzzer is broken. Honestly, you don't need that on the gravity generator. You can tell when the gravity's out because you won't have gravity. So bad power transformer, that's a bit of a problem. I don't think we want a bad power transformer on this. We can swap it out of the gravity generator. Although I've played in the past with a bad power transformer on this and it worked just fine. So I'm kind of, because I'm always just hesitant to switch this off. If anything happens while we're doing that, it's always a bit of a mission to try and fix that. Let's just see. Actually, I'm not going to risk it. The other problem is that if one of these switches got damaged, there's just, if you touch these power transformers and they're still switched on, that's it. Your run's over. There's no coming back from that, so it seems to be working. I'm going to leave it until it properly breaks. So oxygen's holding a little bit high. So what's happened basically is we have basically just changed up the concentrations of the different gases in here. We've got less nitrogen, more oxygen than you normally would have. Shit. Okay, this is bad. Quickly get everything switched off. This off. Open this up. Get this switched off. Switched off. Switched off. No more gravity and no more power. Did I forget anything? I almost always forget one system, and it doesn't. I don't think I did that today. Now we are only going to switch one system back on, which is the CO2. Do have the power for that, so we'll take out its connector, get it back online. Oxygen we'll manage ourselves. Don't really need, and it's still high enough. I don't want to vent too soon because the more you accidentally vent in, once that pressure hits close to the danger area, I think it causes damage as well. So even if you don't kill yourself, and you can very easily kill yourself doing that, but it does cause damage to the pod, which I don't want. So now we just need to wait it out a little bit while keeping an eye on this. Still fine. Keeping an eye on the temperature because we're going to start getting cold in here soon. I don't know if it's going to be soon enough that we're actually going to need to put a battery into that system. And let's take care of the oxygen. So, I'm going to try this again. Oh, I grabbed it. Amazing. So this strategy totally works. Perfect. I did put a lot of oxygen in. We're at 40%. It's fine. I mean, breathability is going down a little bit, but it's still fine. And we'll use up the additional oxygen. But we will need to take care of this temperature problem. So let's get a battery and move on over to this. Come on. There we go. Is this also a full battery or is that empty? No idea. Get this back in here. Switch this on for a little bit. Oh shit, 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 shit. Don't want that on when the power connector is in there. Now we can switch it on safely. Where's the CO2? Is it still running? No, it's not. What's wrong? CO2's rising. Oxygen's a little bit high as well. We need a new battery in here. This event is could very easily kill you, especially later in the game like now. Early on it's one of the most manageable events, but you get it later in a run, it can be very, very tough to manage. Perfect. Okay, so temperature's fine. Don't want to waste the battery. I'm going to take this out again. It's not going to be a problem again, I'm sure. We'll have enough heat left over to use for the rest of this, and just check everything else here again. Oxygen's going down. I think we're going to have enough on that as well. We can probably just switch it back online when the time comes, when the storm's over. It feels like... I was about to say it feels like the storm's getting better, but it's definitely still there. So we'll just keep monitoring this. Still fine on O2, CO2, temperature, no issues. Every time I'm about to say that I think the storm's over, I see another flash of lightning. What's wrong over there? I need to go and check that out soon. I think the batteries is going to start becoming an issue soon. I'm seeing a lot of used batteries here. And I completely dismantled the charger. It might be a bit of an issue to try and find all the parts to get that back up and running again. Aside from the fact that it's difficult to charge batteries to begin with. So... okay, I think we're done. Back on with this system. We'll try to get the gravity back as soon as possible as well. There we go. Next up, we're light switch. Then we need to get the systems that are running off batteries to run off the power. Well, there's only one for now. Get back on the power. Okay. We need to switch this on. Manage the oxygen. What else? This is off. We should have a connector lying here somewhere. If there was a way to keep this thing more organized, I would, but unfortunately storage space is not implemented in the game yet. I do think that is coming at some point, but all good on the temperature. Let's see. This is main computer's offline. Let's get it back online so that we can see what's broken in these systems. But before I do that, yeah, the generator is all caught up. Switch that back on. We do need to switch this back on. Which system is complaining? Oh, this is why. Quickly get this switched. Should be fine fairly soon. Still plenty of oxygen in this one. No battery, bad fuse, bad data connector. We had a data connector, I'm sure, it was never used. If I can ever find it again. Is this full? No. If not... What I've done with that data connector? The question is, are these systems working or not? That light seems to be broken as well, the master caution. Bad caution alarm, damaged battery, low battery. But it's still working, right? Still fine on oxygen, CO2, temperature, everything. This is definitely empty, okay. I'm losing gravity from time to time. There's so much stuff broken right now. I'm having trouble figuring out what I should pay attention to. Why is the temperature rising? It shouldn't be that high. Something's wrong up there. I'm gonna have to start figuring out which systems I want to keep online because I clearly don't have nearly enough parts to keep everything. So this is broken, but because the main computer is not working, I can't see, without looking at the codes, exactly what's wrong. What's happening? O2 is fine. Or is it a little bit high? CO2 is okay. Can't tell what the issue is. Temperature is getting a little bit high, but... what's happening over here? I've never seen this before. Let's take this entire system apart. Is anything useful in here? The data connector? No, this has been broken the whole time, actually. So I may as well not bother. What's broken in here? We can try to vent a little bit of nitrogen in. That'll reduce the temperature a bit, but it'll probably kill us from the pressure. So, I can't tell. I mean, it could literally be anything. We do have power. And start swapping stuff out. We don't have spare pumps, so I don't need to bother with that anyway. The only other way to get rid of heat is to switch off the main generator, which unfortunately I am gonna have to do now. No, that's not what I want to do. Shit, this is the worst time for this event. We've just broken this system. Get this out. Switch this off. Switch this off. Okay, we're getting close to the end here. I'm not able to work out how I'm going to get myself out of this, but let's just solve one problem at a time. So we're going to go over here and see what's most likely to kill us right now is the temperature. How can I get rid of that? Well, I can try to vent the liquid nitrogen in here to bring the temperature down a little bit, but that is going to spike the pressure almost immediately, and because I don't have gravity, that'll probably end up killing me. CO2 is rising, that'll kill me sooner. So that's because I don't have a working battery in here, and there's one down there. So if I can just grab onto something and get this battery, then at least we can solve this problem for however long. I'm hearing something that sounds like a leak or something. I'm not sure. Could just be my imagination or the music. This oxygen bottle seems to be completely empty, but we're still doing okay on oxygen. Okay, temperature is coming down. That's great. That means at some point we could be switching this main generator on again, keep surviving. But biggest problem we have right now is that this is not currently powered. So whatever oxygen I vent or CO2 I'm storing, until I get power back, I can't do anything about this. Now, this is not going to kill us within the next 5 minutes, but it could kill us within the next 10 to 15 minutes. Which, actually, considering that this is a hardcore run, would be still a decent time. Yeah, I'm definitely hearing a leak or something here. But I think we should accept that this system's gone. May as well start ripping out all the different parts in case we want to use them for other systems. Hey, actually, if this pump is still working, I want to get this in here because I don't know what's broken, but if it is the pump, this will be a solution. So just on the off chance. Okay, what's happening? Oxygen is becoming a problem, I'm sure. Let's get over there and vent it. I don't know if this is an exploit what I'm doing right now, but I mean, it makes sense that you can hold on to the bottle while you're venting it. It shouldn't be an exploit if it is one. I think I may have vented too much. I can hear the pressure. You can sort of hear the escape pod almost cracking under the pressure. Why is this not working? Looks like half the stuff in here is broken. The battery's empty again? Seriously? This bottle is full. There are very few things that can kill you as quickly as CO2. So, got a little bit disorientated there. Need to grab onto something. Get this back in. And then it all depends on if we have another battery that's working somewhere. I can't see anything. I mean, I know that I can... That doesn't seem to have anything in it. Can't see now. I know that I can vent a little bit of the CO2 out here. That is a very short-term solution, but it can buy you a couple of seconds if you need it. And it's getting cold, so let's switch this back on. Which may actually mean that... Yeah, I think we've solved it. We're wasting a lot of our atmosphere. I said this before in one of my other videos on advanced tips and tricks that once you let atmosphere out, that's it. Like, you're never getting that back. You have a finite amount at the start of the game. Let's see, is the system back online? Is it working? Where are my readouts? Please, I'm just going to assume for the rest of time that this is always going to be a problem. I don't want to deal with the buzzer right now. I only have gravity intermittently. Temperature is a problem, but that's going to keep rising because I've just... CO2 is coming down, O2 is high. I thought we would be dead by now. And the system's actually on, so we're getting a little bit more oxygen. Is it working though? That's the real question. It seems to be slowly making progress. Yes, it is. Perfect. We can keep getting that. That'll extend our run. This is clearly badly damaged. That's hard for me to tell what's wrong. What did I do with the manual? Let's see if we can figure this out. Error codes should be in the back. 017K. Master caution button. Okay. I don't care about that. Really, when I can't get oxygen, I don't think I'm going to be fixing master caution buttons. NA82 is a low pump. That I do care about. Let's see if we can get that pump back that I put up in this system. See if that fixes it. No. Okay. Just on the off chance that this is still working slightly, we'll put it back in there. Should I vent CO2 again, or is this actually going to work? I'm going to have to vent CO2. Get this open. I'll slowly let that filter out. Okay, wait. We have little enough atmosphere. Come on, let me get over here. To get to the oxygen bottle. Okay, we need to get more oxygen into the air. Kill myself by putting too much oxygen in now. Yeah, the concentration is getting pretty high. It's at 50%, and I still have the CO2 problem. So I guess CO2 is going to be what kills us. This is quite low. Let's get some more nitrogen in. That'll also balance out the CO2 a bit. Come on. Perfect. Let's walk over here. See how much we need. Quite a bit more, I would say. Can keep going. I mean, technically we still have as much CO2, but we're balancing that by putting more nitrogen in, which makes us less likely to get CO2 poisoning in the short term. I mean, we're obviously going to get it eventually. Why did I drop that? Ooh, this is not good. Didn't mean to open that. This is still an issue. Like, I have no hope of fixing this, whatever is wrong here. I can start switching stuff out, but let's vent some more. Let's check if it's the power connector first. So, is that off? Okay. Take that off. Put this back. We did change the pump. Could be the power transformer. I don't know if I have a spare. We have this many things broken. Am I still venting atmosphere? Yes, and I've probably done too much. We're gonna get oxygen in here again. I think we have so much oxygen now. Oh no, it's still the CO2 that's the problem. Let's get some nitrogen again if I still have... What did I do if... Oh, this is the nitrogen bottle. Do I still have? Yeah. Catch it. Nice. That's the end of my nitrogen. I still have liquid nitrogen, but as I said before, that's probably gonna kill us because... It's either that or CO2. I'd rather let the pressure kill me. I feel like that's more interesting. Because we almost always die of carbon dioxide. Just a little bit. Okay, stop it. Oh, we are almost done for. I got it in time, I think. That's very high pressure. Get rid of it quickly before the ship breaks. That's what I mean with the liquid nitrogen. Look how much pressure that created in almost no time at all. Just vent a little bit. Just get it below that sort of lethal limit. Is it getting cold again? Just a little bit more. Do I have any more oxygen? Wrong one. That's empty. That's empty. I don't have more oxygen. This is kind of it. So I guess it is going to be CO2 that kills us again. I don't know how much point there is to even try and sort out the temperature, because I'm sure that, yeah, there we go. So that is 52 minutes. So about 10 minutes short of the best run. But yeah, this was a fairly decent one. If you do like this kind of content, please do like and subscribe. I will probably be putting out quite a bit more content on Tin Can once the next update comes. But in the meantime, I will be doing hardcore runs every once in a while, and I'll see you for the next video.